I've got Glastonbury tickets, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you get tickets?
48 seconds.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Vinyl Resting Place podcast. As you can see, continuity. Wearing the same clothes. This is actually being done on a different day. Completely different day. We just dressed the same, like cartoon characters.
You just caught us on the day that we were wearing the same thing as last time.
Yeah, exactly. Today we are talking about the festival. If we're talking UK, Glastonbury is the festival.
Worthy Farm, baby.
Worthy Farm. On my calendar, I've got Glastonbury tickets, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you get tickets?
48 seconds.
It's the Glastonbury episode. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
On my calendar, instead of saying Glastonbury, on the day of, it says, "Thank you for pledging to the Worthy Farm," whatever. So it's just like a little thank you for buying your tickets, and I was like,
thank you to you and 400,000 people.
Yeah, I don't feel special. I actually feel entitled. I feel like it's about fucking time. I have been trying
for like 7 years to get tickets.
And do you know what the most jarring thing is?
Are we going to segue nicely into the headliners?
No, not yet.
Almost.
That's jarring thing number 2.
Okay.
Jarring thing number 1 is that obviously the algorithm knows that I'm going because I search it up, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I get all these fucking TikTokers being like, "Oh, this is my seventh Glastonbury.
Okay.
I've been to Glastonbury 12 times, and this is what I know. Here are all I was like, how have you been 12 times? Like, what?
I was really pissed with as well. Like, takes their kids, and it's like kids that grew up in Glastonbury. It's like we've been taking my kids since he was like 6 months old. Fuck off.
But I've tried hard. I had money to spend, and you didn't let me go. And now I'm going, and the headliners suck.
Yeah, and you're wasting a baby in headphones. And the headliners suck. Yeah,
the headliners suck. Right, we're jumping straight into it.
We can talk about it. Let's talk about the headliners, because I think that despite popular belief, the rest of the festival is actually pretty fucking decent.
I agree.
And I think that we've had this conversation off camera. We've had this conversation with our mates as well. But there's obviously a split between the fact that you go to Glastonbury because you want to see people that you wouldn't normally see, right? There's a big element of that. And over the course of the years, there's been cases multiple times in which you get huge names, big names that rarely come back to the UK, rarely tour even to begin with, or you would rarely get a chance to see. Unfortunately, this is not one of those times. The 3 headliners are, in their own right, good artists, well, for the most part. But on the whole, they are, I would
call people out. Don't say make snide comments.
Okay.
Chat your shit, bro.
The 1975 can suck a dick. Right?
I thought you were going to go Rodrigo. Rodrigo can fucking...
Rodrigo will, in 3 albums' time, Olivia Rodrigo will justify the fact that she needed to be headlining Glastonbury.
No, she won't.
First album was brilliant.
No,
Second album... Yes, it was. It actually was.
Right, so if you were going...
Sour was a brilliant album. Sour was actually a brilliant album.
Brilliant is insane.
Of course it was. Charles. It was like 11 tracks and every single one of them was good.
Oh, Charles.
Vampires?
We clearly haven't had this conversation.
Yeah, we actually have, yeah.
I wasn't expecting him to say that you're wrong.
No. Olivia Rodrigo should not be headlining Glastonbury. I'm not saying that she should be. But she is a good artist. She really is.
I really disagree. I don't really disagree. I don't think she's a bad artist. I was having this conversation about Taylor Swift, and it's not the same thing, and we're not doing Taylor Swift again because I'm sick of it. But Olivia Rodrigo makes decent music. I'm not saying it's bad, and I'm not sitting here being like that it's not catchy and it doesn't serve the purpose that it serves. For you to say that it is a great to brilliant album is insane.
Do you think she makes better music than the 1975?
No.
Oh, you're an idiot.
No.
That's the issue that we're going to have.
I don't. I really
don't. Soft boy lame music in 1975.
Yeah, okay, right. Okay, but I can say fucking poppy bullshit girl music. Like what
but it's not poppy bullshit girl music. That's the issue.
If we throw it is though. It is. And I think the 1975 have made some bad music.
Lots.
I think they've made some bad music, but I think they've also made some really good music.
I think they've made some okay music.
I think the height of the 1975 is higher than the height of Olivia Rodrigo.
That is absolute
the peak.
Horseshit. That is
you said you want to start a football podcast. Like, here's
horseshit.
The best 1975 have ever been is better than the best. What is the best Olivia Rodrigo song?
And funny enough, they're headlining Glastonbury at the exact same time after her only being an artist for the last 2 years.
Yeah, but in different demographics though.
What? But
Different demographics.
So fucking what? If they were that good, they'd headline Glastonbury. If their peak was their peak,
Mate,
like you're talking about,
gas.
2013, 2014.
We literally spoke today about music and the festivals in particular appealing to the lowest common denominator. Sorry, don't shoot me again. Olivia Rodrigo does that. The 1975 may not be for everyone. They're probably not for me. I'm not their biggest fan or biggest advocate. But as pieces of music, they have made better music than Olivia Rodrigo. It may not be as commercially viable. It may not be as catchy. It may not be as widely.
We'll disagree at the source because we're not going to agree on that. We're just not.
All right, cool.
We're just not.
All right, cool. It's too early. It's too early and too late in the day.
No, it's 5 o'clock. What are you talking about?
It's too late in the day for this.
I think what we can both agree on though is that they shouldn't be headlining Glastonbury.
Agree.
So that's fine. We can agree on that.
And what we can agree on is fuck Neil Young.
Fuck Neil Young and the Chrome Hearts.
All due respect, yeah. All due respect, like.
Who the fuck wants to see Neil Young on a Saturday at Glastonbury?
I know.
After
Saturdays.
Is it after Charlie XCX? Are we going Pyramid Stage? Is it going Charlie XCX Neil Young?
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck
no,
off.
wait. No, I think Charlie XCX might be headlining somewhere. I think
that might break the record. The biggest drop off in artists, or the least amount of people for a headline slot on a Saturday, or in general. I don't think. I mean, correct if I'm wrong. I know Neil Young is obviously a massive name in terms of musicality and
all of them has made the best music.
Of course he has. Of course, and has made the most music and deserves the right to be there more than the other two.
But one more time.
Fuck Neil Young. Honestly, what are you doing?
I paid £330 and I've got to see 1975 Neil Young and Olivia Rodrigo.
I know.
I don't get a pyramid moment.
No, you don't.
A pyramid stage moment.
And even the legend slot is fucking wank. Like it's really tough. Yeah.
Stop it, man.
He looks like a crow. But like I think
a scarecrow. Right?
I think that the beauty of that and the beauty of a festival like Glastonbury is that it is made up for with the other acts that you are seeing there.
Yes, I'm not bitter at all.
Yeah, so even on this overview section that we're seeing at the moment, which isn't even hot, isn't even scratched the surface of the amount of acts that there actually are. Right. On that Friday, you've got Lil Kana, Alanis Morissette.
Can I pause you just for a second?
Yeah, he shouldn't be there, but it's fine.
New album Lil Kana ain't gonna do it for me.
Yeah, King Cruel wants his fucking whole vibe back. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I respect you for.
But just in terms of the variation in the names that you've got Lil Kana, Biffy Clyro, Alanis Morissette, Busta Rhymes, Marabou State, Fortet, Wet Leg, Bad Not
Denzel
Good.
Curry.
Blossoms, Denzel Curry,
Self-Esteem,
Fatboy Slim, Lowly Young,
Supergrass,
Supergrass, brilliant, brilliant.
You know what I mean? That's just Friday.
Floating Points, Franz Ferdinand. Saturday, obviously before the Neil Young, you've got some really cool artists there as well. Some like bigger hitters, I think.
Charlie Ray
Doechii is like fuck me. That's like a really good three. I doubt you're gonna be able to see them at the same time.
They're all gonna clash.
Yeah.
They are all going to clash with each
other.
So
who are you going to go see?
It's a great question. I've been deliberating this a lot.
Yeah.
Initially, I said Doechii.
I know you've already seen Ray before.
I've seen Charlie before, twice.
Have you?
Yeah. Before Brat, I saw Charlie. But then, so right now, my head's...
Brat life's cool.
My head is at Doechii because I don't know when I'm going to see her. I have a feeling...
You're going to end up at Charlie.
Saturday night...
Yeah.
All I'm going to want is Charlie.
Or listen to some fucking country bumpkin music from like some Midwesterner.
I think I would go Charlie. I love Ray. I think Ray is the one that I am the biggest fan of.
Saturday's the night though.
So we're going Charlie.
Do you know the name that stand out to me here though, aside from one of those ones, is Amel and the Sniffers? I
just don't think I'm going to get her to it.
They're really brilliant.
I
don't think I would watch them over the other ones that are here, but in terms of like who you're looking at and who's
But then
really
my
cool.
like caveat that I think Kneecap are a non-negotiable.
Oh God,
I think Kneecap are a non-negotiable. I think their Glasto set is going to be fucking comic.
And there's a couple of other really like sort of coming up on music, listening to people first sort of time out. Kaiser Chiefs, Scissor Sisters. Scissor Sisters,
yes. Kaiser Chief, no.
That's fine, whatever. Scissor Sisters, you have to go and see Scissor Sisters. Oh my God.
I know I want to. I can see myself not.
Oh man.
I can not.
They never tour.
They're touring right now.
Yeah. other than like historically, they are like.
Excuse me, sir. They are playing in 2 weeks.
Sorry,
they're playing next week.
On the scale of they tour loads and they don't tour often, they are on that side of they don't tour often.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I do agree, and I just think epic.
Yeah,
like, it'll be an
pretty
epic set.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty.
You've got Weezer, you've got Caribou, like we mentioned in the last episode.
Parsaloo, we spoke
Father
about.
John Misty, Gary Newman, some cool names there, some really cool names.
Green Tea Peng, Japanese Breakfast, we spoke about in the last episode.
Nice as well. I like the idea of Weezer. That'd be quite nice. I know that's not really your vibe.
Grow up.
And then on the Sunday, obviously you've got Olivia Rodrigo, Rod Stewart in the Legend slot. The Prodigy would, I think, maybe for me would be non-negotiable, just in terms of like the scale. And like what I'm able to see.
So I'm gonna say 2 things that are gonna contradict themselves. I feel like I'm not gonna be mentally ready for the Prodigy on Sunday.
But you kind of have to go.
But then also,
how can you miss
without a shadow of a doubt, I will be watching Over Mono at Glastonbury.
That's the thing.
They are headlining West Holts, and I'm gonna be there. Oh, for fucking rock!
Well, the thing is, I'm just now thinking about me, because every year I'll watch Glastonbury that I'm not there. I'll watch it on BBC.
See, that's interesting. I don't like that.
I love it.
I refuse to watch festivals that I'm not going to, unless there's like a set. Like,
there's not a lot of them that are really shown, though. Really, is there?
They show Reading and Leeds. They show Glastonbury. They show
Radio 1's Big Weekend. Yeah. Fuck off. Honestly, fuck off.
But
Shut up.
I don't get joy from. I'm a hater. I don't get joy from watching other people being at something I wish I was at.
See, that's fair enough. I hear you, but I do it every year. I do it genuinely every year. I watch Glastonbury. The moment that I can, I will.
Alright, I'll tell you where to spot me.
Okay. Text me in the middle of Olivia Rodrigo. Yeah. Big names in that Sunday, you know, Libertines, AJ Tracey, Future Islands.
AJ Tracey. I can see myself at AJ Tracey.
Yeah.
I'm disappointing myself in advance because that's just first year uni. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think he's really. He's not like moving mountains.
Yeah, but he doesn't make bad. He's got like a base level. He doesn't make shite, but he doesn't make
that's very true.
Groundbreaking music.
Who do you think will be the next rapper to headline Glastonbury?
That's a great question. Who will be the next rapper? Oh, I actually have an answer.
UK rapper, sorry.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, okay. I have my answer.
Yeah.
I have 2 answers in my head.
I think we could have the same 2 people.
What, Skepta and Dave?
Oh, I have Dave and Central C.
Central C's a really
I think Central C is next.
Do you think he's closer than Dave to headlining Glasto?
Yeah.
Because Dave's bringing out an album in about a month, maybe a few weeks. He's bringing out a new album.
Yeah, but then I think realistically,
I know this is off the beaten track,
but I think realistically, Dave's albums are fewer. Dave's music, not albums, because I don't think Central C is like it was his debut, the one just came out. But like Dave's music is fewer and further between, whereas Central C commerciality churns shit out.
Yeah.
And like I feel like Dave is Alex from Glasto Dave when Thiago Silva came out, that felt like Dave's big Glasto moment. And if it was going to be this album, he would have. The rollout doesn't line up. Do you know what I mean?
Stormzy headlined Glasto after what? 2 albums?
Yes.
Not Heavy is the Head. That was the one that came after.
Yeah, the second one. The first one's Gang Sign and Prayers.
Yeah.
And it was Heavy as Head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he headlined Glasto in 2019, just before COVID, right?
Yeah.
So he headlined Glasto after 2 albums.
Stormzy was bigger than Dave.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
Stormzy was bigger. I think that's my argument is that Central C.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Central C is bigger after a debut album than Stormzy was.
In terms of globally, yes.
And globally includes the UK.
That is really wild.
Central C, I think, is the next one.
Yeah.
I
think Skepta probably is too. He went into the mainstream, then dipped out of the mainstream.
I don't think Skepta wants it.
And I don't think he wants it.
I think
also, if it was him, I think it would kind of have to be BBK. I think it kind of would.
And that's not happening.
No, of course it's not. Of course it's not. That's not happening. No, they're not going to get a fucking jammer and fucking
Jeremy's more of a YouTuber than a rapper.
Word.
Let's be real.
Simon and Monarchs, like...
Hey, that's a goated series.
Of course it is, but like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a goated series.
But I like that. I think Central C is probably the one. I don't think it'll be too long before we see another rapper headline Glasto.
So, Gang Signs and Prayers was 2 years before Heavy as the Head.
Heavy as the Head.
So, Central C released his debut album this year.
Can't Rush Greatness, right?
Yeah, Can't Rush Greatness this year. So in 2 years' time, his prime audience are going to be festival going age.
Yeah.
They're going to be
it's true.
Your uni students. They're going to be the ages 21 to 25. They're going to have disposable income. They're going to be all over it. There would have been a fallow year. All like it's going to work out. Like it's just the right.
And
time.
He can drop Day in the Life, Commitment Issues, Loading, and then he can follow it up with like the guy. It's the Sprinter. Bring fucking Dave out. And then,
he'll bring Dave out.
Yeah,
he'll bring Dave out and do the whole fucking.
That's the whole album.
UK rap fucking EP. They'll do all that together. He'll bring up Pink Pantheress. Yeah,
He's got 25 million monthly listeners.
And this is not a Central C episode, and I don't know if all of this will stay in. But
no, sorry.
No, it was a really good tangent. I just think that he has captured imaginations across borders, across genres, really, across age groups. Like he's not really our generation.
No, he's not.
I kind of like.
He precedes us.
Yeah. Oh no.
No.
We precede him.
Yeah.
But then when Wild Wild West dropped, I was like, shit, this Central C guy's cold.
Yeah.
Loading, beat.
I had that on Loading.
Commitment Issues, beat.
I had that with Day in the Life as well. I was like, okay, this guy's kind of hard.
This guy's kind of hard. And then he released 23, and I was like, okay, like
it's a bit lame.
Bit commercial, this, that.
And then he got all the features he did on Can't Rush Greatness.
And Can't Rush Greatness. And you're like, okay, you're calling this your debut album, even though your mixtape had like 15 songs.
Yeah.
But like, this is.
You got names, bro. 21 Savage, Dave, Skepta, Lil Durk.
And there were songs on
Lil Baby.
There's songs on this album that I like listened to. Limitless.
This
10 beat banger. Banger.
I listened to that.
I listened
CRG.
I listened to songs genuinely for pure enjoyment. Like they are on my playlist.
Fucking catchy as fuck.
And he's not a rapper like. Bars.
Band for band.
But as a recording artist, he makes tunes. So I think that's
interesting. Yeah,
that's our next one.
Yeah, nice.
We did this on the last episode, and we'll do it again, and we'll do it as a bit of a general overview.
Oh God,
who is an artist that for you is a must see? From your Glastonbury knowledge.
Oh my gosh.
A must see.
On the overview that we're kind of looking at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, that first release that kind of sent the world into fucking...
frenzy.
Yeah. Had everyone laughing in my face after buying the ticket.
Do you know what? My two, just in terms of nostalgia, Fatboy Slim and Scissor Sisters.
Yeah.
They're my two in terms of like music I grew up on and music that I listened to back in the day and music that I've always loved. They'd be my two that I absolutely would probably go out of my way to watch.
Yeah.
I think all the others, even the bigger hitters, I'm looking at and no one's really like jumping out at me.
Yeah.
And even the ones that I used to like back in like, Liberty sound shit live.
We've seen them though.
I know, yeah. They sound shit live. Yeah, they'd be the two.
I mean, mine, I've already said it. Over Mono, headlining, West Holtz, Sunday night, is a must see.
Catch you there.
It is going to be levels.
I know.
Levels.
Did you see their set last year?
Where, Brixton?
No, at Glastonbury.
No, I didn't.
Watch that shit.
Nah.
No, bro, I'm not even joking.
I'm gonna gas myself up.
It's
yeah,
absolutely.
I'm here for it.
Watch it. Honestly, we'll go back and watch it tonight.
Not tonight. It's 3 in the morning.
Yeah, literally. I wish it was.
They are at the peak of their powers.
Yeah.
As much as like Joyo is playing Glasto as well, but like Over Mono are doing their album Good Lies is just like, that's my gym playlist, that's my running, that's my it's the perfect mix of like dirty dub and kind of dancey melodies.
Oh man.
Just tell me good. The Turn the Page. Freedom 2.
Oh yeah, Freedom 2.
That's non-negotiable for me. Non-negotiable.
Nice.
Hidden Gem?
Hidden Gem. Father John Misty's really good.
Nice.
Father John Misty's really, really cool.
Really like
Kneecap's not really like a hidden gem, so
yeah,
I probably wouldn't say them. Yeah, Father John Misty makes some really, really cool tunes. Who else would I say? Future Islands. Oh god, yeah, go and watch Future Islands. They're amazing. Kind of like euphoric rock.
Yeah,
is kind of a way that I describe it. The lead singer has this voice which just like cuts through you. It's pretty like amazing, and the music they produce, the production on it is really, really cool as well. So I would say those two are ones that that I probably would go and watch if I was around. Yeah,
I don't know if this is hidden because I think we spoken about him and he's hosted his own festival. But I think from this list, I think Yusuf Days, on like a Saturday afternoon would be absolute
little trumpet.
He's second best drummer I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
second best drummer I've ever seen in my life, and it's close. he's so
first
good.
one is Ringo Starr, right?
Of course. I would also give a little shout out again, not necessarily hidden, but Royal Otis.
Yeah, they're good. I was pretty upset they didn't pull through on Lost Village last year.
They cancelled.
Yeah, they cancelled, and they were due to play last year.
I think they'd be really good.
Really,
Sunday
good.
afternoon.
Oh man, little sleepy one Sunday afternoon.
Yes,
listen to some Aussie indie rock.
Exactly.
Yeah, nice.
I would say Royal Otis.
Love that.
And then someone that you can miss, Charles. Not the headliners.
What about the Legend slot? No. Who can I miss? Probably from Friday, Biffy Clyro.
Not Miles Smith.
Fuck off. Yeah. Do not go and watch this, man.
No, stop it.
No, I wouldn't say that. Supergrass would have been one as well for my first list. That would have been really quite cool to see them. Miles Smith, yeah, you can miss that. I guess this is kind of the beauty of Glastonbury, isn't it? Is that there's a lot for everyone, but I think maybe on the Sunday, the Libertines, it doesn't translate well anymore. His voice is pretty shaky. And they're a bit fried. I can't lie. And the script, you don't need to go and no one needs to go and watch the script. No one actually needs to go do that to themselves.
I've seen the script of the O2 actually, and it was just a lot for me. And that was I was like 15, and I'm just not that person anymore. In the same vibe, we don't need to see Snow Patrol anymore.
No, we don't actually. You're actually so right. We don't need
to see Snow Patrol anymore.
No, we don't.
And in a completely different vibe, we don't need to see Shabuzi, and we need to stop pretending that he's this incredible revolutionary country artist. He's like, it's not good music, and I respect him, and I rate what he's doing. I just think the music's bad.
The music is bad.
I think the music's bad.
But
really bar song.
You know, he holds the record for the longest #1 in Billboard history.
That's crazy.
He overtook someone.
But then he stole a song. Get tipsy, everybody in the club. That's the tune.
I know.
It doesn't make sense. But
and Porter, you don't need to go see Porter.
I won't. But if I was there, I wouldn't be averse to it. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Am I allowed to go on a little bit of a rant?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of good rants. I'm just kind of like, I want to do a whistle stop tour of the areas. So first, I'm going to start with West Holts.
Sick.
Because West Holts,
the headliners there.
West Holts have done it so well. Friday headliner Marabou State.
Would that be a DJ set, do you reckon, or would it be a singing set?
I think it will be live because they just did.
That's nice.
They just did, I think they just did Ali Pali. Tell a lie.
They did just do Ali Pali. Yes,
everybody who went to it was like, it's the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. I cried. I loved it. I loved it so much.
Oh man.
So Marabou State. Oh crap.
Oh yeah.
Marabou State headlining Friday. Dochi's headlining Saturday. As I've said twice already.
3 times.
Overmono are headlining Sunday. That's just elite as it is. And then on Friday you've got Bad Not Good, Envo, Denzel Curry, Quarter Alto, and Glass Beams. You've got on Saturday Amaray, Green Tea Peng, Yusuf Days, Kneecap. Like what's going on here? Sunday you've got Simande, you've got the Brian Joneston Massacre, Parcel. Like they've nailed it. They nailed it at Westholtz. Big fan. And then my like personal favourite, because Westholtz haven't released like loads and loads. My personal favourite area of Glastonbury is Silver Haze. I was talking to one of our mates about Silver Haze, and the curation of Silver Haze is immaculate.
Confidence man back to back.
Confidence man back to back.
I wish they did a live set. That'd have been cooler.
I disagree. I've seen them live. I want to see this.
Yeah,
I want to see. Never seen this before.
I could.
Club Fitness back to back. Peach, Palm Strap,
Peach is so good.
Pink Pampers, DJ Z, Caliber, Goldie, Lens, Notion, High, back to back. Romy, Jungle DJ set. Like it goes on and on.
Obviously, Screaming Benga again.
Groove Armada, Kilimanjaro, back to back. Tasha, Pausa, Seth Troxler, Jeru Vandal, Changing Currents, Major League DJs.
Oh man.
Bashi, Bower, Brick Nasty.
Bower playing.
Fatboy Slim, Rudimental, Sasha Keeble, Big Pig, Frankie Stu, Harvey Gunn. Like it is so. Like this is.
These aren't all just DJ sets though, right?
No, these are live sets.
These are like live sets as well.
Maverick Sabre, Hybrid Minds, Mungo's Hi-Fi. Like Crazy P DJ, Craig Richards. It just doesn't stop. Cool Super back to back Shanty Celeste.
Yeah, Dr. Banana back to back Melody.
Mate, it's stupid. Paris back to back Serengeti. It's unbelievable. It is.
I feel like if you're not here, like you just what are you doing?
Well, this is my thing. Is that like if I'm ever without something to do, you go to Silver Haze and you'll find something.
Like, yeah.
Like that is almost.
It's similar. It's like a who's who.
It's almost too much. Like it's intense for me to deal with. But I think they have like the best curation of DJs, live acts put together. It's perfect in my eyes. San Remo, you got some fucking sets as well. We've given Chaos and CBD a lot of stick, and in the last episode you'll see that we gave them a lot of stick. They will be great. Coca Maria, unbelievable. High's doing a set. Dr. Banana's doing a set. Jam Supernova, Jobsy's doing his own set. Luke Una's doing a set. Marabou State are doing their DJ set alongside their live set at Westholtz. Like, it is just...
Acts on acts on acts.
Acts on acts on acts. And this is what we were saying, like... It's not going to be this, like, pyramid stage... mind-blowing thing like
for you,
for me, yeah. Like with what is being offered elsewhere, it literally couldn't care less.
No, I know.
We go to the Common, Barry can't swim. It just has to be done at Temple. That was where he did that like insane set last year with the secret set. Laidlaw, if I'm looking to get a little bit fucking murky with it. Wilkinson, Shy FX, like Dr. Dubplate, Joy Orbison. Like it just doesn't stop. DJs is too easy. Arcadia's got Annie Mac back-to-back Jam Supernova, Fortet, Groove Armada back-to-back Jungle, Hannah Want, Michael Beebe back-to-back Solomon all in one day. That's one fucking day. That's one fucking day.
But that's like you can just sit there all day.
And I might. And it's hard.
And then you've got
you've
got on the Sunday, Brucey, Dr. Banana, Girls Don't Sink, Shy FX back-to-back Eats Everything. Yeah, it's a day.
It's a day. And then on the Friday, Jobsy back Palms Track, Logic 1000, Optimo, Romy and Sonny Federa. Like
it's kind of like it's one of those beautiful bringing it kind of all the way back and like talking about it like as like an overall festival. I know it sounds stupid to say because everyone obviously knows this already. But it is just one of those places in which there is something for everyone. Yeah. And regardless of the headliners, I know this year they are a little bit lacking in terms of, you know, their popularity and their scope, I would say. You know, like rocking with someone like the headlines you had beforehand of like global reach and people like that and sort of the namesake in itself. I'm sure all of these people do a fantastic job and they're going to be brilliant in their own right doing their headlining. But there is so much there for everyone else to see. There is so much going on. If you're into anything at all, there's something for you. And, you know,
I agree.
Talking about it now, I'm jealous for the people that are going.
Wow, that's so big of you to say, Charles.
I know.
That's
so Jade from Little Mix, man.
I actually don't like her.
Oh, so do you not see her British performance? It was fucking sick.
It just doesn't.
It was really good. I don't like her tunes, but like she's a performer, man. Like, she's really good.
Of course she is. She's a global superstar, pretty cool. But like, I just don't think her solo stuff. Like if I'm being.
Oh, you're a big Little Mix fan, were you?
No, okay, right. Let me state my case. I think her solo stuff isn't as good as Little Mix.
Right.
But then she is a personality is so great that carries her forward. Like I was not 3 days ago scrolling through TikTok and there's just a page dedicated to her moments. Like,
there we go.
Like she is a likable, interesting, and talented character.
She should bring out Rizzle Kicks.
I'm surprised they're not playing, to be honest.
I thought that'd have been a cool one. They made a little comeback.
They're playing Somerset House this year.
Are they really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Somerset House this year.
There's a lot of names that could have been on here, right? That we're...
Well, the thing is, like, we haven't even, like, brought out the live music side of things. Like,
yeah, that's true.
There are a bunch of artists that are playing that I literally cannot wait to see. And this is where the difficulty comes. Like, I've seen people like Desta French is playing, and like people like fucking Jael and Kitty Amore and Maya Jane Coles, and it's just like, okay,
examples there.
my boy. I've seen Example live.
I know you have.
He's so cold.
I know.
But it's not 2010.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
Actually, no one cares.
Mark Riboulet, for example, like he would be a great fucking set to see, and I just think I've got to really. I've been talking about this a lot actually. My plan is to itemize each stage, each area, and then we will have our non-negotiables for the day. It's like a day non-negotiable and a night non-negotiable, and then we will plan our movements for the rest of the day around those non-negotiables based off the scheduling that I've done for that area. Does that make sense?
I'm really happy I'm not going with you.
You're not. Yeah, you're not. You're actually not.
That sounds pretty fucking lame.
No, it's no. Can I explain myself? Because maybe
you just have. I'm telling you. Oh.
No, because you know what I'm like when I go to festivals.
It's like a wet dream, isn't it, for you?
No, it's actually like a really,
like a
really
nightmare.
like a deep, intense nightmare that I'm not going to wake up from for 5 days.
Oh my god.
No, because I like to experience as much music as I can. I want to make the most of it. I've spoken about it in depth that I want to leave a festival knowing that I've had my fill. It's of the music side of it. Like as much as we can do the other bits and bobs. Like I want to see artists that I want to see. I want to experience something that I've not seen. And if there's artists that I like that I've not seen before or feel like I might not see again, then I want to try and hit those sets.
I think that's the mindset that I would have gone in if I was going to Glasto.
But you can't do that at Glasto because it's too much. Every week they release a new stage and I'm like, oh, I want to see 10 people there. Yeah. So my thing is, I've got to learn to go with the flow. I've got to learn to like be present and not be too dictatorial when it comes to...
You've got to be kind of agreeable as well.
But then...
You do. You're going with people.
I've been having a lot of Olivia Rodrigo chat and I will leave. I'm not... Because it's
so you're not doing that?
I know.
You wouldn't do Olivia Rodrigo?
No. Because not only would I not enjoy it, I would make everybody else's time worse.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because
to be fair, you are quite a big Rod Stewart fan, so I reckon Rod Stewart would be a better one to...
I would rather. I would rather. Also, they're not at the same time. Rod Stewart's in the day. But I would genuinely rather. But then I think Joy Anonymous are playing.
Another non-negotiable. I find that kind of crazy that you wouldn't.
I don't like Sour.
Oh god, that's just really silly.
I don't like Sour.
That's really, really silly. Because that is a mega,
not.
That was a huge album when it came out.
I'm not saying it's
2 built, 1 built, 2 built, 2 built, 2 built. Like the girl is like world fucking wide. Like
that's like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Would you go and see Drake?
7 of her 11 songs have over 1 billion streams.
Would you go and see Drake? Would you go and see Justin Bieber?
Yeah. I actually fucking would. I would definitely go to Justin Bieber. Drake is a bit more of a maybe. But like, I probably would. But I probably would. Bro, no. This was her first album. Like, her first album, least amount of streams one of the songs has got is 375 million. No,
I'm not denying the
if we go back to the first point, right? She absolutely is like... God. It's like... She's kind of earned the right a little bit. She kind of has. This album was everywhere. It was absolutely everywhere.
Everything that you're saying is true, and I'm not denying that.
I think you'd enjoy it if you're there.
I don't think I would.
You're a bit of a...
I don't think I would. I know who I am.
Yeah.
I know I'm a bit of a pop princess. Like,
yeah, you
alright,
are.
swap that for Sabrina Carpenter. I'd be there.
Oh, see, that's where we disagree.
See, I'd be there.
Because Olivia Rodrigo makes better music than Sabrina Carpenter.
I agree, but I think I enjoy the, like, I don't think Sabrina Carpenter is this like generational musician. No. I think she's really fun. I think I'd have a laugh and I'd be like dancing around, be like, ha ha.
4, 5. It's a sixth album.
Different though, different vibes.
I know,
different. But then I would go to Sabrina Carpenter begrudgingly. It wouldn't be on my list. But I'd be like, oh, if that's where everyone's going, I'll have a laugh. They'll do espresso. Everyone will move on. Like,
but you couldn't do that with Olivia Rodrigo.
I would.
So you would have a harder time if like
Good For You came on. Yes,
I hear that's a bad
yes,
song.
I would.
But you would have a hard time.
Fine.
Vampire or Deja Vu or Traitor or any of that. That's crazy.
Because I feel like you're not listening to the words that I'm saying.
I am listening to the words you're saying. I'm disagreeing with the words you're saying.
Yeah, but this is what you say to me all the time. It's my opinion.
It's my opinion.
I just don't.
That's fair.
I just don't
get
it. And that's the thing that will annoy me more is that
you'll be somewhere.
I'll be somewhere where everyone will be loving it.
Yeah, but you would just pop up somewhere on your own, wouldn't you? You just fuck up somewhere on your own.
That's how we started this conversation.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's how we started this.
I do hear you.
Yeah.
I do hear you, but I think out of all the headliners, she'd be the one that I'd go and watch.
See, out of all the headliners, I go to 97.5.
Oh, I just think they're so lame.
I
just think they are so lame.
They've
and
got
if
to
you,
choose.
I honestly think
bangs,
if you like that music, I genuinely think you haven't got taste. That's my genuine opinion. It's like, you know, like what's the opinion, the football opinion that makes me question whether you have ball knowledge? It's kind of like one of those ones. If this is like your top 5 artists is like the 1975, you can't like music. You cannot like music.
I think that's so
it's because it's lame. It's lame.
I'm not saying it's the best thing ever. But
it's shit. It's shit like soft boy music.
There's so much bad music in the
world. It has no fucking essence to it. It has no like soul.
But is it because you dislike the people?
I dislike the thing that I hear a lot. It doesn't leave me with anything.
I think this leaves you. I think this is the 1975 have a lot more to say than Olivia Rodrigo. I think that whether I agree with the sentiment or not, whether I agree with them being as groundbreaking or as actually like moving as they think they are or their fans think they are is neither here nor there. But I actually think it comes from a place of genuine like human experience. It comes from a place that like it's written in a way that actually expresses something real. Whereas Olivia Rodrigo
is exactly what her first album did. This is I think.
I disagree. I think her first album is it's the music equivalent of like a rom-com.
What's wrong with that?
And herein lies our issue.
No,
I like rom-coms not because they're good quality films, because it's this drama, it's this American high school dramatization of life. And that's
what's the best rom-com you ever watched?
About Time.
Yeah, so it's that.
It's
so it's
what?
That. So it's that.
Like we're mixing metaphors and it's going to get confusing. I think
the thing that I disagree. You haven't even heard what I said. I haven't got to the end of the sentence.
No.
What I'm trying to say is that her album did exactly what it was meant to do, and it perfectly captured the essence of what she was trying to talk about. So much so that it was one of the most translatable albums like ever, right? Genuinely ever, right?
I dislike the word translatable.
Okay, it transcended then, whatever you want to call it.
Transcended what?
Transcended the thing that she was trying to say. She was basically saying it was all about her breakup, right? It was about the breakup of her boyfriend and the feelings that invoked, okay? How can you say that didn't convey a message as well as some of the fucking hogwash that comes out of these fucking heroin addicts' mouths?
Because it's
it conveyed it in, maybe it was simple, but it was unbelievably effective in the message that it was trying to send.
I still think it is packaged in this way that is so. It's so, and I know that I'm a fucking Anglophile, and I definitely look on things harder. But it was packaged in a High School Musical way. Like that's how it was presented to you. Yeah. It was this, like my boyfriend's run off with the head cheerleader, and I'm gonna key your car, and I'm gonna fight back. And
but the point is, it didn't say that. It in those words, it said it in a way that related and made sense and sounded good to a fucking shitload of people. That's what I'm trying to say.
You're making arguments that I don't necessarily think you believe, because you make arguments.
I completely agree.
No, okay, right. So this is that argument could be made for Sabrina Carpenter in the same way that, like, it is talking about her, and I kind of caveat this by saying that we are definitely not the two people who should be having this.
No, we're really not. We're just, I think we're arguing for argument's sake at this point.
We're having it nonetheless. But like, that argument could be made for Sabrina Carpenter. That argument could be made for Taylor Swift. That argument could be made for a lot of artists that are in this modern era that are telling stories of heartbreak, or even I think Sabrina Carpenter's, it's like the reclamation of femininity, or whatever, however you want to describe it. Blah blah blah. Doesn't matter. Ignore the fact that it's coming out of my mouth.
Oh no! Ignore the fact it's coming out of both of our mouths, please.
Essentially, what we're saying is that it was packaged in a way that was commercially viable for lots of people to buy it. Yes. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
But then commerciality, I don't think, and I don't think you think, means good.
I think in a lot of cases, no, it doesn't. But I think in this case, it was a good album. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think that's where we disagree. I think it was an okay album that was pumped to us in.
Oh, but that's not random. That popped off the way it did. That's not. That's not random.
I'm not saying it's random. I'm saying it's the fucking machine. I think she was.
How often do you see that? 7 out of the 11 songs in that album had over 1 billion streams. That's not just like a thing that just happens.
We're gonna have to cut this short.
Okay.
We're gonna have to cut this short because we're arguing well past fucking Glastonbury.
Yeah,
whether she should be a headliner or not. And I'm not trying to take away.
If Storms was a headliner, she should be a headliner.
I'm not sure. I think that's fucking insane.
Storms had 2 albums, same as Olivia Rodrigo.
I think that's fucking insane.
In terms of global reach, she's bigger.
Oh, mate.
In terms of music, she's worse. I'm not saying.
But then you say these things.
Of course, she has more of a right.
You say these things, and then in the same breath, you talk about being a music like purist and like loving the quality of music. Do you think Olivia Rodrigo makes better music? I don't think Stormzy makes.
I didn't say that.
But then, so Stormzy being who he is.
I don't think Coldplay make better music than fucking Stormzy, but they've still headlined Glastonbury 5 times because they've got a global reach.
Oh, see,
they're a worldwide global band. They make absolute fucking dross. But guess what? It fucking appeals to people.
The goalposts change because the
goalposts change.
That's what you're doing. You're changing the goalposts.
The marketability and the commerciality of someone like Olivia Rodrigo is big enough and justifiable enough for her to be headlining Glastonbury, more so than someone like Stormzy. Stormzy's music is better than Olivia Rodrigo's. It boils down to 2 things. So she does that better than him. He does that better than her. It doesn't take away from the fact that
2 different goalposts.
Oh, fuck.
Isn't it? No, yeah.
But there's multiple things that go into why someone should be headlining Glastonbury, and I don't think you can shy away from what I'm trying to say to you is. I don't think you should discredit what you're seeing there. That's my point.
I'm not, but then...
But I think you are. That's what I'm trying to say.
But the argument that you've just made, as in Stormzy makes good music, but he has less of a reach. Olivia Rodrigo has a reach, but I don't think she makes as good music. Is exactly why I'm not going to see her. Because I don't... So why are we here? So, as you can see, there's no moral to this story. If you haven't got Glastonbury tickets, don't worry. There will always be next year.
Or you could do what I'm doing and watch it at home.
Yeah, we could do it. Actually, and there won't be next year because there's a fallow year.
It is, yeah. It is a fallow year. Yeah.
But I'm not one of those people who's been 12 times and is a dickhead who says I've got tips and tricks.
No.
I've tried for years and years and it's my first time going. I will give you a review. Don't worry, there will be content. But I think the actual moral of this story is that if you are going, there is so much to see. Mm-hmm. I hope you have the best time.
Yeah.
It's going to be unreal and I can't wait to relive it, live it, watch all the videos back and hopefully have this life-changing spiritual outer body experience that everybody says it is. But Until then,
this has been Vinyl Resting Place.
I'll see you in a couple of weeks post Glastonbury. Peace.